Happy Boxing Day. We've got so much in store for you, including the return of the Big Bot quiz, looking back at 2020. Meanwhile, next, it's the Fightmas Annihilator. Over the past few weeks, robots have been competing for spots in our Grand Slam Fightmas Annihilator. The competition format runs from 6 down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, until only the strongest is left standing. It is as simple as that. So without further ado, let's meet the hopeful competitors. First up, Holistic Hooligan had a strong showing against Feral and Razor in their melee. Held back a little bit, but tactics like that will see them far. Iron Ore 5 flipped all out of the arena in their fight, beating both Hypershock and Magnetar. This one is one to watch, I think. TERAPHOBIA 2 scared its opponents into the pit. Both Storm 2 and Tauron had nothing for this bitey bot. SPECTRE did what SPECTRE does best and dominated its fight against Thor and Fluffy. A little bit of damage in that fight, perhaps telling. Doesn't like the spinners, maybe. Unicorn had a powerful flipper in its fight against Drift and Minotaur, taking Minotaur to the judge's decision and taking that decision all the way to the Annihilator. Lastly, Tempest 2, some say were very lucky to get here, but dispatching both Ravenous and the big beefy vertical spinner in Phantom, this one could be a dark horse. So all of them in the arena primed for battle, but who will be the first victim to fall foul of the others? We shall find out in a very short while.
1. Activate.
2 flippers, 2 crushers and 2 other weapons all in the mix here, and a big flip from Iron Ore sets the start of this match on fire. Unicorn trying to get a flip in as well, and I forgot how fast-paced the narration of an Annihilator really is. This is already furious frantic, and I'm struggling to keep up already. Holistic Hooligan back up to speed with a little jab on the back of TERAPHOBIA. Iron Ore 5 taking a look, and a big flip on Holistic Hooligan, who are really getting stuck in, unlike in their first melee that they were in. Tempest 2 turning over, trying to turn over at least Holistic Hooligan. You saw Unicorn there on their sides, needs self-right from there. Holistic Hooligan now upside down, getting away, trying to get that disc up to speed. It is invertible now, this machine. So much improved from the last version that they built. We'll get to see that in Grand Slam 2 very soon. A big flip from Iron Ore 5 onto SPECTRE. Unicorn self-righting, finally flipping Tempest over. And are they out? I'm not sure. A big flip there. TERAPHOBIA 2 went flying. They'll need to use their self-righting mechanism. They're struggling to against the side wall here. Unicorn coming in for a look and a big flip once again. And did you see the way that TERAPHOBIA landed? Shremek hanging over the wall. I'm not sure they'll be able to get up from there. Meanwhile, Tempest do. Self-righting. You saw Holistic Hooligan turned over by Unicorn. Unicorn now flipping SPECTRE, going for the crushers of the flippers. Perhaps this is their kryptonite. Perhaps this is how you defeat the 2 big crushers. You have 2 big flippers to counter them. The big game of rock, paper, scissors really coming into play, and that is an out of the arena. What a shot there from Unicorn. But who goes out? I don't know if Unicorn managed to get out either TERAPHOBIA 2 or SPECTRE. We will have to wait for a judge's call. Well, the judges have looked back over the footage and they have determined that TERAPHOBIA 2 was counted out and they are out of the Annihilator. SPECTRE get through by the skin of their teeth. So 6 become 5 in the second round of the Annihilator. Who will fall next? Only time will tell.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Holistic Hooligan up to speed then, and SPECTRE coming into the mix, but a big flip on SPECTRE. The flippers know the weakness of the crushers now. They have SPECTRE's scent and they are both after poor SPECTRE, but caught on the floor flipper was Unicorn. They'll have to self-right from there. SPECTRE landing on their wheels well, waiting, biding their time. Now coming in for a bite on the wheel. Exposed wheel of Unicorn. Now Tempest coming in for a bit of revenge on Unicorn from last round. Spent all of the last round gunning for them for some reason, not quite sure. There goes Holistic Hooligan on the floor flipper, don't know why. Caught off guard perhaps, but putting in some decent jabs on the flippers. They've done a few drive-by attacks now. SPECTRE coming in for a grab on the underside of that disc. There is bodywork under there, putting them onto the spikes, leaving them on the spikes. Is that doing any damage? I'm not sure. Holistic Hooligan now back up to speed, gunning for that side panel that came off in the melee for Spectre. Another big flip from Iron Ore, landing on top of Holistic Hooligan. What damage has it done? I think that is, yes, the Shremek hanging off. Tempest now having a go at Unicorn, really getting stuck in there. Unicorn now having a look at Holistic Hooligan, some damage. Something's come off the back of Holistic Hooligan. Iron Ore has flipped out Holistic Hooligan. There they go, like Hypershock and Magnetar before it. Holistic Hooligan is the next victim, and there goes Iron Ore 5 being flipped across the arena by Unicorn, I think, having a go at them. That was their kill. Either way, both survived, Spectre and Tempest too. Just a visual confirmation then, Holistic Hooligan is the second bot to fall in today's Annihilator, and there's only 4 left. Iron Ore 5, Spectre, Unicorn and Tempest 2 go marching on to the next round. 4 left, only 3 can progress. Who will be the next to fall foul?
3, 2, 1, activate.
So here we go, the two flippers going in at each other. Unicorn with a massive flip on Iron Ore, flipping them into the corner. Spectre now coming in, taking advantage of the open flipper on Unicorn, grabbing a hold. Tempest 2, flipping them out of the way. Maybe they don't see the big picture there. And oh, good grief, a massive flip there on Tempest 2 as Iron Ore is flung across the arena. The big picture, as I was saying, is that Spectre is a very feared opponent, and getting them out at this stage would probably make good sense, as Unicorn is trying to do, although Spectre trying to get rid of Unicorn as well. All 4 of these are potentially the champions, and that is very exciting indeed. Both Spectre and Unicorn caught on the arena spikes. Iron Ore 5 with a flip, and looking at Spectre now turning them back over. Now coming in for another attack, Tempest flipping them over. It's good to see Tempest getting into the action more. Not what we saw in their melee, but something that they are really showing now. Maybe they realise they could win it. Oh, that was very close. Unicorn almost saw the outside of the arena being flipped across there by Iron Ore, turned up onto its back by Unicorn. Now is Iron Ore 5. You can see Spectre have made use of their repair time in between fights. Having that self-writer back up and running was a real necessity for them against several flippers, as you've just seen. Tempest also very good at self-writing, falling just short of the arena button. Another flip on to Spectre from Unicorn. Didn't go for the Uta there. That's very interesting. Maybe they're trying to dominate the fight and win by judge's decision. I don't see the appeal of that. But Unicorn now in the middle of the arena seems to have stopped with its flipper open. Not sure what's happened there. No, they are fine. You can see Spectre has Tempest in a grab. Tempest flipped. Spectre on the floor flipper. There they go. This is a very fast and frantic fight already. This is showing to be a really good fight, this one. Unicorn flipping Tempest. Now Iron Ore having a look at Spectre. They're very close to the arena wall, and out they go. Spectre are the next to fall, and Iron Ore was the one who did the deed once again. 2 flippers and Tempest multi-weapons. They move on. Well, a very fast-paced fight, that one, but it was, as I said, Spectre who fell foul, and they are out of the competition. Only 3 remain, and only 2 can progress from this stage. Who will be the next to fall? Who will survive? Who will need a clean-up in aisle 4?
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
A rushed first attack there. Iron Ore missing Unicorn completely. Tempest and Unicorn having a bit of a punch-up there. You can see them fighting it out. One fights the other, then the other retaliates. Iron Ore doing some lovely gymnastics, having to self-right, struggled to self-right. That could be very showing. Perhaps some earlier damage catching up to them now. Both Unicorn and Tempest having to self-right there as well. A flip across the arena from Unicorn on Iron Ore 5, who's now underneath Unicorn and flipping them across the arena. A bit of back and forth here as these two robots go at it. They want to prove that they are the most dominant flipper in the arena, and Tempest 2 can sort of take a back seat. They're not, though. They are really getting stuck in, and as I said in the last fight, it's really good to see that from the team. They're really getting into the action. The 2 flippers could dominate this one, but Tempest 2 will be a thorn in their side all the way through. We've just seen a few exchanges from the two flippers and the floor flipper getting involved as well. An op attack there from Unicorn on the back of Iron Ore 5. Good if you are playing D&D. And in the arena as well, Unicorn coming in at the back of Iron Ore 5 once again, and out of the arena, as Iron Ore 5 loves to do. It has a taste of its own medicine. Unicorn flips Iron Ore 5 out of the arena, and it's Tempest 2 and Unicorn who will go through to the final. Well, I did not expect that outcome. The two flippers have been dominant all the way through, and perhaps Unicorn knew it. They've got rid of Iron Ore 5, and it's Tempest 2 versus Unicorn in the grand final of tonight's Annihilator. These two robots have proved their worth all the way through. Who will win this mighty competition?
3, 2, 1. Activate.
A bit of a cagey start for these two, but Unicorn getting underneath Tempest as it has done most of the evening and trying for another flip on the back, but to no avail. They're successful. Tempest 2 landing quite awkwardly on the arena floor. They'll need to watch that. They are already suffering from some damage, I believe. A panel has already gone from Tempest, but pushed into the arena button. The drum is active. Tempest 2 was the aggressor there, pushing them into the corner, now bullying them in the corner. Caught on the floor flipper, flipped across to the flame pit and now getting away. Tempest 2 back on top, and you can see that panel of Tempest 2 lying on the arena floor as Tempest is caught once again on the arena spikes. But flipping is Unicorn all the time, and all the while Tempest 2 will need to find a different way of attacking, and a different way of attacking they do, getting a clamp on Unicorn, then getting back underneath and turning them over. Unicorn having to self-right, using up some of that valuable CO2. Now flipping, trying to again. Tempest 2 gets another successful flip in and having to self-right, once again pushed into the drum, very much a danger. And Tempest 2, I said last Christmas, they need to learn the hazards a bit more. They have done this time around. The arena pit is open. Tempest was flung into that arena button by Unicorn. Unicorn back underneath and flipping them across the arena once again, straight into that drum. And Tempest 2 is really struggling here. Unicorn really dominant, but getting on top / underneath. They're sort of clamped together, locking horns, or at least locking one set of horns. Unicorn sort of head and on top there. Another good flip from Unicorn onto Tempest 2. I'm sort of losing track of who is who in this fight. I've sort of lost the plot in this whole Annihilator. Trying to commentate over the lot of this is very complicated indeed. Very close to going out of the arena there was Tempest 2. Unicorn very nearly saw the victory, but it's Tempest 2 who now has a push on Unicorn. Unicorn upside down, will need to self-right from there. Very close to the pit and they're in, and it's Tempest 2 with the upset who take the victory in this fight very late on in the match, but nonetheless the winners of the match. Tempest 2, what a win for them. Unicorn looking very sad in the pit indeed. They have no way of getting out of there. They didn't see it coming, and Tempest 2 has stealthily got its way to the win. Congratulations to them. They are the Annihilator champions. Well, 6 started tonight, but only 1 is left standing. Tempest 2 is the last bot in the arena, and with that, they are the Grand Slam Annihilator 2020 champions. Congratulations to the team with their awesome bot, and we'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and we shall see you all in 2021. Bye-bye.